Let me tell you for me, I was very surprised because trying to do this makes you see how much you don't think about God when you first start off.
So true.
It makes you see because He escapes your thought so quickly. So quickly. But I would encourage you, don't stop. Even if you realize a day passed and He was only in your thought once, that's fine. That's God showing you where you're at. That's what He did with me. Don't feel too bad about it. Don't beat up yourself over it. Take it from me, I was there. Right? Don't kill yourself over it. That's God showing all of us where we're at. But there's hope because there's a place that He will take us once it's desired. Once it's desired. Right? So keeping Him in thought all the time. Keeping Him in thought. But I would say keep your thoughts firmly fixed on Christ. Right? Now, that's one practical thing that we can do to develop intimacy so that we can really walk in that place. We can live from that place of presence. That's how we truly know. Boy, I've overcome. Our testimonies are birthed in that place. Our testimonies, the testimonies that God wants to really give us in our lives are birthed from that place.
Yes.
So that's the reason too why we have to desire this place. Because you want to overcome, right? You want your testimonies, the testimonies that are ahead of you, that God hasn't released to you yet. You want them, right? Good. You have to dwell in this place. And the thing about it is that this place is such a beautiful place. Because when you catch a glimpse of who the Father is, right? You start out with a desire in your mind and in your heart. But when we start to catch glimpses of who He is, right? Let me tell you, you will start to burn. Because then you want to live in that place. You want to live in that place. When your mind escape that place, you get mad at your own mind. You're like, no.
Yes.
You gotta be on Jesus Christ. You have to be on Jesus Christ. Because I can barely put into words when God shows up in that place, what happens. When you talk about things broken, you know, God looked at me and put my entire life together. My entire life. From the time I was a baby. My parents weren't together when I was born. As a matter of fact, I didn't know about the circumstances surrounding my birth. God is who told me from that place. Because sometimes we struggle with things, not knowing and not understanding. But you see, our testimonies come from that place. Our testimonies come from that place. Yeah. Because in that place of deep intimacy and true friendship, God reveals Himself. God reveals Himself. God is just waiting for us to want it badly enough to try. To just take the first step. And then He quickens all the other steps and enable us to reach this place. And the place is an ever continuous place. It's not a destination. It's a journey. Right? So let's pursue the Father. Let's pursue Him. Let's go after Him. Let's go after Him. Let's go after Him. With everything. With everything. Let's go after Him. Make God our number one pursuit. For true intimacy, He has to be our number one pursuit. Has to be. Absolutely has to be. When you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. You will find me. So that's the reassurance. We will find God. We will find God. So when you seek me with all your heart, you will find me. And trust me, there are treasures in God that are not of this world. They're not of this world. The treasures in God make you truly store up your treasures in heavenly places. The treasures in God, this world does not understand. But when you seek Him, you'll find those treasures. Imagine somebody has said and placed in front of you, right, $5 million in a box. I tell you, if you go after it, you'll get it. Any sensible person will go after it, right? You'll pursue it. I mean, who don't want $5 million? Come on, right? Because the $5 million is a treasure, right? The treasures in God are incomparable when it comes to the millions that are on earth. So how much more would we not run after God? God, imagine this, seriously. God is waiting on you, and me to pursue. To pursue. When we wake up in the morning, is God, how can I pursue you today? Remember, a friend is familiar company, but it takes time for familiarity to be developed. Familiarity is not something that comes with that. It's not automatic. Yes, it's courtship, it's romance, it's patience, it's waiting, it's lamenting, it's gazing upon the beauty that is He. That's what it is. Now, when it comes to keeping God in thought, another thing I would like to share with you is, now, the thing about the mind is that the mind is our central nervous system. It's where we process as human beings, right? And that's why we need God in there. Because we don't want our processor to not be lined with the living God. Because then we're in trouble. Then we process things that are not of Him. Then our lives end up in a mess. So we need God to be that filter in our processor. Now, one practical way in which we can do that is we all have mental conversations. There are things that are going through our heads. And I'm talking to you here, and you're probably in and out of this conversation that I'm having with you and all of that. It's natural, right? Conversation, we don't focus, as human beings, we can't seem to focus that long on some particular thing. Let's be real. That's how it is. But the thing about it is that one thing that we can do, one thing that I've learned, and I'm learning still to do, is to focus all of my mental conversations on God. Turn my mental thoughts into conversations with God. So instead of saying, it's kind of dark tonight, perhaps it's probably going to rain. But these are things that go through your mind. You think, it's probably going to rain, maybe I should walk with an umbrella. No, maybe not, I don't know. This is what goes through your mind, right? Instead of saying that, you say, God, it looks like it's going to rain, Father. You think I should walk with an umbrella, God? I don't like to walk with umbrellas, God. I don't like extra low luggage in my hand. So, Father, and this is how the familiarity is developed.
Yeah.
All our thoughts, imagine all your thoughts are conversations with God. And that's the place that we want to get to.
Yeah.
So nothing escapes the filter. Nothing escapes the filter. Nothing escapes the filter. So we say, yeah, God, you think umbrella? And He speaks. You spoke about God speaking every day, in every situation, in every circumstance. How do we get there? How do we get to the place where we are hearing God speak? It's when